Hello everyone and welcome back to Pixie Dust and Parenting. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I know that many of you came over from Jen Lefforge's channel, and if you didn't know, this is a collaboration with one of my very dear friends, Jen Lefforge. After you are done watching my holiday traditions video, please feel free to head on over to her channel. Her channel will be linked down in the description box below, as well as above right here. So if you didn't catch that, this is a traditions video. And Jen and I kind of chatted and we were like, what should we do? We should definitely do a collaboration. She's one of my very best friends. I was like, I would love to do a holiday collaboration with you because truthfully, the holidays for me are all about friends and family. And because she is such a good friend of mine, I really wanted to figure out something to do, and we came up with this holiday traditions video. So for me, holiday traditions are very unique, and I say that because I have some traditions that are old and I'm really fond of, but then I have some new traditions with my little family. If you didn't know, I have two daughters, Ruthie and Rosie, and my wife Leanne. We are a two-mom family and we are a mixed religion family as well. My wife is Christian, I am Jewish, we are raising our girls Jewish, but we still try to keep some of my wife's traditions as well as my traditions. So figuring this out and really melding our two systems of belief together, especially during this time of year, was really important to us. So we have started to adopt some of our own traditions, but I also want to share some of my old traditions with you as well. You will see some pictures of me as a little girl. I cannot wait to share everything with you. So let's hop into this holiday traditions video. So we will be starting with the old traditions first, and first up on the list is a cookie bake. I know a lot of families probably do this. We used to do our cookie bake before Thanksgiving, and then we would freeze the cookies so that you could freeze them and have it half on Thanksgiving and half on Christmas. But the interesting thing, so my mom grew up with a lot of sisters and they all would pick one type of cookie to do, and the kids would just hang out and play, and we would get to decorate the sugar cookies. Now during the cookie bake, we always would watch holiday movies, and the two that became very fond for me were White Christmas, and my daughter Rosemary is actually named after Rosemary Clooney, and then Auntie Mame. So those were the two holiday movies that were part of this cookie bake tradition. To go along with that, holiday movies, we have always watched holiday movies throughout the season. On Thanksgiving, we would go to the movie theater and watch whatever new Disney movie came out. Now they've started to release them differently, but we always used to go Thanksgiving morning to go watch a movie at Thanksgiving. And then also the Thanksgiving Day parade. That was a really big thing in my family. We always got up and we would get everything ready and have kind of like a Thanksgiving breakfast, and we would sit and kind of crowd around the television and watch the Thanksgiving Day parade. Now, if you can't already tell, I am doing kind of a succession thing, so the first of the traditions of when we kind of do it during the year into what will eventually be Christmas. After Thanksgiving Day, we would do Black Friday shopping. If you did not see my Black Friday haul, I will link it above, but that is something I have been doing since I was 13 years old. So in my family, you had to be 13 to be able to go on Black Friday shopping, and it's because they didn't want any whining or complaining. So when I was 13, bright and ready, bushy-tailed, ready to go on our Black Friday shopping, and that is why it is such a fond memory for me, because it is something that I had to earn to do, and it's something I've been doing since I was a very young child. And so now I have been doing Black Friday shopping for over 20 years. There is only one day that I have ever missed, and it was my wedding day. My wedding day was actually on Black Friday. So another memory of mine is the holiday music and holiday lights. We always went and my parents would take us out and we'd all get bundled up to go in the car because I grew up in Michigan, so it was always very, very cold this time of year, and we would get all bundled up and ready to go, and we would just drive through our neighborhoods, different neighborhoods in the town that I grew up in, and we would go look for holiday lights, and we kind of knew where the good ones were, so you kind of knew which houses to drive by, and you knew they were gonna have like an amazing light display. And there was one actually only about, I would say, a half a mile away from my childhood home that was on my way to my grandmother's house, and it was amazing, and they always added a new piece, so every year it looked fuller and fuller and fuller, and it was just such a wonderful memory of mine. I really loved that memory. It was so important, and my parents would always take the long way home so that we could drive past that on the way back from my grandmother's house. So moving into new holiday traditions, this is kind of a melding, I think, of just living away from home. I've now lived away from home on and off, I would say, since I was 18. I moved away from college, and then after college I moved and lived in Seattle, and then shortly after that I moved to Los Angeles, and I have been living in Los Angeles now since I was 24. So 10 years I've been living in Los Angeles, and from that about 6 years. So 16 years I've been living away from home, and so that means that I couldn't always spend the holidays with my family. And so you start to adopt new traditions for yourself, and then as I met Leanne and as I had my children, new traditions came from that. So this is the new traditions for our family. The Hallmark Channel. I love the Hallmark Channel. The movies are so feel good. I really enjoy them. They have a predictable ending, and I love the Hallmark Channel, and Countdown to Christmas is one of my favorites. I found the Countdown to Christmas about 4 years ago. It was just after we had moved back to Los Angeles after my wife had finished law school. I was having a hard time, and the Hallmark Channel was just like this really happy thing that I was able to keep on in the background, and I loved it. And so every year starting the Countdown to Christmas has been such a fun thing, and I turn it on when I just need some noise in the background, and I, at this point, have seen most of the movies, and so I definitely have my favorites. I have my favorite actors, and it's really nice. Like, at this point, they're kind of like family, and so I really enjoy the Hallmark's Countdown to Christmas. Another one that started shortly after my daughter was born it's a holiday movie, but it's called The Mistletones, and my wife and I love The Mistletones, and actually one of the songs plays during the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and I love this movie so much. I love this movie so much that if you've heard of the YouTube channel The Chatwins, I don't even know his name, the husband, the dad on the YouTube channel The Chatwins, I'll link their channel below. He was in the Mistletones in the group called The Chestnotes, and I recognized him right away. I mean, that's how many, I've seen this movie hundreds of times, and for whatever reason, after Ruthie was born, we just latched onto this movie. So we love the Mistletones. We love watching the Mistletones. It's kind of a year-round movie for us, but we'll watch it anytime, but we especially love to watch it during the holiday season. A Hanukkah party. We love throwing parties and having our friends over, so we always have at least one Hanukkah party at some point during the 8 days that Hanukkah lays on. We are having a Hanukkah party in, a couple weeks, like a week and a half from now, and my family and friends and everybody will come over, and we'll eat latkes and share gifts and play dreidel and, do the whole Hanukkah thing. But it's really lovely to have your friends and family over, and Hanukkah parties are a great way to do it. So holiday lights is another tradition that we have carried on with our girls. We used to go to this show on Thanksgiving. It was actually on Thanksgiving. We'd go in the evening, that's when it would start. And it was in a town near us in Los Angeles, and he didn't do it this year. We had kind of turned this into a tradition. We had done it the last 3 years, and then this year, I think his mother died and he just wasn't able to do it, but it was this whole animatronic snowman, and he would like DJ. His name was DJ Snowy, and it was so cute, and it was like this little animatronic show, and he had programmed all this music to stuff, and there were lights, there was a snow machine, and there were video. It was amazing. What he did was absolutely incredible, and I'm hoping that next year he'll be able to do it, but if not, that's okay. Now we are going to a place called Candy Cane Lane, and Candy Cane Lane is actually one of the top 10 places to go and see holiday lights in the United States. So we take our girls all the way over to Candy Cane Lane. When this video goes up, we will actually be heading on over to Candy Cane Lane to take our girls to the holiday lights. So one of our newest holiday traditions is Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. This was our 3rd year doing it, and it is absolutely one of my favorite. I love going to Walt Disney World during the holidays. It is just beautiful. The decorations are beautiful. The gingerbread everything, and the decorations at Hollywood Studios are my favorite. I love the 50s. If you didn't know this, I love like the 40s and 50s and that kind of decor, and the colors I just think are so beautiful. They actually came out with a line this year that was like, it was like a pink Christmas tree. It was like a metallic pink Christmas tree, and it had like a dish towel that said holiday cheer, and there were all these cute ones. I didn't get any of them, but one day I will. But I love Walt Disney World at Christmas time, and Disneyland too. So now that I live in Southern California, I'm an annual pass holder, I also head on over to Disneyland and experience the holidays at Disneyland as well. And then finally, my most recent tradition, and probably my favorite of all, is Schmelf the Elf. He is a Hanukkah elf that Santa Claus has lovingly given the job of helping the Jewish boys and girls make sure their gelt tastes good and that their Hanukkah menorah lights are bright, and will whisper in your parents' ear to make sure that you get the gift you want. And he has a reindeer named Asher. It is my favorite. I will link the book below if you have kind of a melding of the holidays, because I really think Christmas has become kind of an American holiday. Obviously we're Jewish, but I have tons of holiday decorations up and I love it, and it makes me happy, and it makes me cheerful, and it just gets me in the holiday spirit. But I mean, truthfully, I'm Jewish, and so I've adopted this kind of Americanized version of Christmas, and I think that Schmelf the Elf just captures it perfectly. It allows Jewish kids to be a part of it with still being Jewish. If you are interested in that book, I will link it down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed those holiday traditions. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. It really helps my channel out when you subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you know every time I am putting out new content. And please, please, please leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite holiday traditions are at your house. I love hearing about people's different things that they do on the holidays, because everybody's different, and it's so interesting and wonderful, and I really just love, love, love the sharing of the community. I know that the holidays are not always the easiest time of year for people. I know that it reminds you of loss of friends or family, or that the holidays just are not a happy time for you. And for those of you who are out there and really struggling this time of year, I want you to know that I see you, I hear you, and I hope that you get through this holiday season into the next year, and you are important, and you're wanted, and you're known, and you are still seen, and I need you to know that. So thank you everybody for such a wonderful year. It has been so wonderful, all the new subscribers that I've gotten to know, and all of my new friends. It is just such a lovely community, and I'm so grateful that you guys include me in it and allow me to be a part of it. If you are not already following me over on Instagram, please consider following me over there. It's Pixie Dust and Parenting. I do a lot more live updates and whatnot. I'm actually trying to post more consistently, so you will see that I'm on my stories and posting more pictures and doing that kind of thing, especially if I am on a trip. I post live. So we are currently in my solo vlog series that happened in November, and then I have some more fun videos coming out for you guys in the new year. So with that said, happy holidays, happy new year. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do. I am so appreciative of every single one of you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.